Alright, I'm back. That was a longer break than I planned for it, but, well, I got a tiny snack too. I got a little carried away. Anyway, let's get into the role quest, shall we? Let's start with, well, we're already a tank right now, so let's start with that one. My plan is to go tank, healer, and then the 2 DPS role quests, so just basically go down the list of priority. Not really priority, but rather it's just sort of the default, like, party order that it shows. Like when you queue up for a duty roulette, you know, it'll show tank on the far left, and then healer in the middle, DPS on the right. I'm going left to right like that, basically. Yeah? We have to do this? Yeah, I did. Alright, whatever. Let's get into it. Yes, it is. Left to right. Tank, healer, DPS. Oh, the DPS are all in the same category, but physical and magical. There you go. Tank role quests for Shadowbringers. Granson, a bounty hunter by trade, has resolved to hunt Dichyocene, the funky names, one of the so-called cardinal virtues, exceptionally powerful sin-eaters born from the fallen warriors of light. He is convinced this monster, once known in another life as a knight Brandon, is the villain responsible for destroying all he held dear. But he will soon find there is more to the tale of this former hero than meets the eye. This is pretty important lore, too, to everything that's happening here in the first. Especially regarding the origins of the Flood of Light. We've only heard the general story and about how Minfilia stopped and everything, but this gives you a lot more precious backstory on the actual Warriors of Light that we met a long time ago back in Post Heaven's Word, I guess. Is that another player or an NPC? That's another player. I couldn't tell. Again, the immersion from having name tags off. My twin, Granson. What's up, dude? A man with too many scars. The tall, dark stranger is regarding you with a mixture of curiosity and approval. So funny my first time through. I was like, holy shit, he actually looks like me. Pretty close anyway. Can't say I've chatted with you before. Think I'd remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? Well, yeah. You could say that. Sort of. And wary besides. Rest assured, I've no secret designs. Name's Granson. Bounty hunter by trade, mostly sin-eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that must get mistaken for that warrior of darkness folks have been talking about recently. That right? You got the wrong guy. Not me. Easy, killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Norvrend. Prize, you say? Conversing. Thought that'd grab your attention. The Dichyocine's the fiend I'm after, one of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folks are wont to call him. There were hopes that somehow the death of Vothri and the Wardens might have put an end to Dichyocine, but alas no. Seems the rules that bind other sin-eaters don't apply to the virtues. So that I did not know was coming. The dialogue is different if you do this post-game. I did not do this post-game my first time through. I didn't think the dialogue would change. It does, apparently. So we can actually do these after. Wish I would have known that. Whatever, too late now. Former Warriors of Light, the esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard all this before. Okay. Anyway, like his comrade, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a sin-eater. The better to torment we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. That's interesting. I didn't know the dialogue would change if you did these post-game. Especially because you have to do one of them. You have to do at least one to even finish the damn game. You can't do it ahead of time. You've heard the pitch, but what's the answer? You interested in hunting Dichyocene with me? Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're the dab hand I think you are. For my sake as well as yours. Okay. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. Alright. Well, shit. Guess I'll have to put spoiler tags on this YouTube video. Or something. Again, I did all my role quests before I even finished Shadowbringers, so the dialogue was different for me the first time. Luckily, we won't have this problem on Endwalker because I plan to do the same thing. If it's possible, if the game lets me. I'll be doing all the role quests before I finish the game on that as well, so. There you are. Very good. The Sin Eaters we're after were sighted west of the Ascensor Gate. But we'll need to head through there, through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing Eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor putting them out of their misery. That's true. So I think for Endwalker the difference is role quests are completely optional now, I think? From what I heard on one of the live letters before Endwalker even launched, they said, you no longer have to actually complete a role quest, not a single one this time, to complete Endwalker. But I'll still be doing all of them, just because why not? I'm glad it's not a requirement anymore, though. Sorry, but I'll be sitting this one out. Need to make sure I can rely on you in battle first. You understand? Sure. I'll handle it myself then. Forgiven ignorance. Spiders! Spooters! There. Surprised I didn't hit that giant tree. Is that good enough for you? Good. Clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke, though. Besides, the world could do with less Sin Eaters. Follow me. Shouldn't be much further. As we're doing this, it's all coming back to me, and there is, at least for the healer quest, I do remember there is one area we haven't been to in, a section of Calusia, to be specific, that we haven't been to and don't technically have access to at this point in the main story, where some of the final healer role quests take place there. So again, it's unfortunate, but the reason it turns out this way when using New Game Plus, and this is what makes it kind of janky, you can't have two save files. So you can't just pause main scenario wherever you want it and start a new save file for a completely different New Game Plus quest on the side. I don't know why they never allowed that. It seemed like for a while that they were implied that they were going to, but they never did. And I don't think they have any intention of changing it anymore. So, it is what it is. And if I tried to do this new game using the alternate Leon, I would have to level up a healer and magical DPS class, which I don't have. And job skips are not exactly cheap either. So, so it's like, if I wanted to do this on the other character, you know, it would cost me either time or money or both. Which it's kind of like, it's a little bit too much trouble just for, you know, these YouTube videos revisiting Shadowbringers. Thought the auto attack would kill him sooner when he was at point 1. Don't look at me. Your prey's out there somewhere. Right on. The other thing that was really cool when I did this... Oh, well, actually, no, I can't even say what I was about to say. Spoilers. More than what we already got. Forgiven Folly. Big ass scorpion. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of man I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? Okay. Oh, wait. Let's see another fucking hunt mark over here. Oh. Octavio. This is totally not part of the role quest, but I see an opportunity, so I'm like, fuck it! There. All done. "15 sacks of nuts." Just a small one. That was so short, some people really didn't even notice it. Or won't even notice it. Okay. So, just to make sure you're still keen on our arrangement. Leon, will you join with me and hunt the dread fiend Dichyosine and put an end to his accursed existence? I'm with you, buddy. Let's do it. Excellent. Then it is settled. Now, every hunt begins with an investigation, and ours is no exception. Dichyosine can be a rather difficult eater to pin down. But before we commence ours, we would do well to attend to our respective preparations. Let me know when you are ready to proceed. Okay. I'm all set. Shaped by tragedy. All set to embark on our great hunt, Leon? Then let us be about it. Before you ask, I've no intention of leading us out into the wilds without even an inkling of Dichyosine's whereabouts. Norbrand may not be a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but it would take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around the place I know for a fact Dichyosine has attacked before. The village of Wright on Pelusia. While I don't have reason to believe he will return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came through. So let us be off then. Okay. Shaped by tragedy. Welcome to Wright. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me... Never mind. We'll save that conversation for after. Tracking down Dichyosine is what matters right now. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up useful information that way, I'd wager. Yeah, the problem with role quests and the fact... I think this is why they made them optional in Endwalker, if that's actually true. Just like with job quests, they kind of break you out of the main story. It breaks the immersion a little bit when you kind of just want to see what happens in the main story, you know? Like mandatory side quests. Granted, they are, at least in this one, they are very related to the main story and they do give some much needed lore. But some people I think would rather just, you know... This is why I forgot about them my first playthrough. I forgot about, you know, the role quests until I suddenly hit that wall where you have to do them. And I was like, oh, fuck, and I facepalmed hard. Because it's literally right at the end. You know, when shit's building up to, like, the main climax, the grand finale, and then suddenly the game's like, stop! You forgot to do your role quests, fuck off. Go do them, come back. And yeah, it did kind of suck, but in the end they were worth it though, I guess. It's a pretty good story, and what it leads to in the post-game. Huh? Where did you come from? And what do you want with me? Dichiosine? That thrice-damned eater that's the spitting image of a Galgant knight? That Dichiosine? Yeah, that one. I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he... Wicked White, if you had seen the carnage, you would... I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Damn. PTSD. I said I can't talk about this. What's wrong with you? Think you can just waltz into people's lives and poke at their scars? It's not right. Sorry. Shit. Get a nerve there. Need to be careful when I ask around about this. Ah! What? 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 What do you want with me? Easy there. Calm down. The Sin Eater? The one that came and killed everyone? Oh gods, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? Oh, I know I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror and eaters and... Gah! Gah! I thought I could do it. I thought it had been long enough but that I could go out and not see him lurking in every shadow, waiting to turn me like he did everyone else. Gods, I'm such a fool. This is bad. You left some real scars here. Well, learn anything about or worth sharing? No, people are just terrified. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us. There's no moving on from that. What's your connection to this village? Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. I was born and raised in Wright. Lacking any real prospects, I eked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life, Melinda. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Yomoran trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, and he had this bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthus, he called it. Me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot. Buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Around here, that might not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had, so when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up the extra tools and materials she needed for the work. Quality stuff, but it'd pay for itself 10 times over. But when I got back to Wright... Dichiosine had been busy. I spied at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us. The gruff woodsman who'd brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter. Both of them reduced to mindless fiends, just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or to think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met, and we knew it was going to be alright. We ran for each other, and... And she was struck down right before your eyes, wasn't she? Even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there in front of me, and the next she was... Dichiosine knelt and took the fangs of Orthus and left, leading a host of sin-eaters out of Wright. But Melinda... Still couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her. Not once in the years we'd been together. For all the times she'd welcomed me home with a bowl of hot stew, all the time she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all that and more. Killed her. I swore then and there I'd have my vengeance. Lycaosine would die by my hand. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones he left on my soul. Holy shit. An enduring reminder of the vow that I never dared stray from the past. So he gave himself that scar then, from what he's saying. There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off our hunt. Still with me to the end, sinner? Damn straight I am. Time to kick some ass. I'm more motivated than before, are you kidding me? That's the spirit. Still, I have some unfinished business here, so if you could give me a moment before we resume, I would be most grateful. Of course, take whatever time you need, buddy. Seems a lot of these role quests are gonna have a lot of
emotional damage.
To them. Right. Holy shit. Level 74. Defined by loss. By taking a moment, he means go level up twice, which doesn't take a moment, it takes a while, and then come back. Especially if you're just following MSQ. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Sinner. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it, as am I. I thought I was gonna say that I am, but... Trouble is, in your absence, I failed to turn up any information as to the whereabouts of Lycaosine. Really? Well, I guess I'm not too surprised, but... There is one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue, though. The Fangs of Orthus. The bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore and that the Eater took with him when he left Bright. Sin Eaters are mindless fiends, driven only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They've no need for worldly possessions. Yet Lycaosine took the bracelet anyway. Which can only mean that there's something unique about this particular antique. Or the sinless bastard somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Either way, I think we need to learn more about the Fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask. The Yomoran trader who commissioned Melinda's services. Much as I'd like to question him myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though Lycaosine's attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the trader will believe that an Eater stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. So, I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead, Leon. Melinda said he was a regular at the Beehive, so try looking for him there first. Fair enough. Best I keep my distance from the trader. If he suspects fraud, I'm liable to be his prime suspect, and I'd rather not fight my way out of Yulmore unless I have to. You. And to what do I owe the pleasure that is your company? The Fangs of Orthus, you say? How very interesting. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know, under the assumption that should you recover it, you will see it return to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it was a relic of Obert, that glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true, from what I could tell, and I intend to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit, after having it properly restored by an artisan in right. Alas, she was one of several casualties of a Sin Eater attack, during which the Fangs of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have, of course, been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not, regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Mordsuka, I'm told. I'll plan to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for incentive, you may be assured that any information that aids me in the acquisition of the Fangs of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. Fair enough. have fun here at the strip club or whatever. Wait, how far is he? Oh shit, wrong one. Where the hell did I go there? What's this place called? Still Tide. Right. Meant to go to right. But I went the wrong way. The Still Tide. I went wrong instead. Oh yeah. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? Oh. He thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well. We'd probably not know where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. If this piece of similar design is related to the things of Orthus, then it might attract Dikaiosine's attention, assuming it hasn't already. Let's go. I mean, you can go to Amaring on foot if you want, but I'm teleporting because that shit's far away from here. Fine weather we're having today in Mortsuk, isn't it? No such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folk. We'll find no shortage of overtight trinkets here. Finding the right one, on the other hand, is a challenge. I say divide and conquer as before. More questioning. This is more of learning how to be an investigator rather than learning how to be a tank. You'd think if they're called role quests, they would relate to teaching you, you know, more about the role itself, but it's more story-based than anything. Which is fine with me, but a little misleading. The name role quest, you know. Well met, well met. How may I be of service to you? Oh, you know, just trying to be a private investigator here. Oh, a choker that once belonged to Overtight royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession. But no, I do not. In all my years here, I have never even heard of someone unearthing such a thing. Hello. Yes? Do you have business with me, traveler? Yeah. Some questions. I need you to answer them immediately. Ah, it's a Overtight Joker? Is that what all this fuss is about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once we realized how valuable it was, though, he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for him to return, you could try to find him at the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. Okay, gotta go tell Granson about this. Twin! I mean, Granson. You got a lead. What news, friend? Stuff. Ha! To think it was that easy. You have the luck of the Fae. Or you've the luck of the Fae. Only he knew, right? But we need to hurry. If my theory is correct, then so long as that scavenger has a choker, he's a target for Dikaiosine. Pause, champ. Mercy! Mercy! Uh-oh, what's going on? Trouble. Ooh. Take whatever you want, but please, don't kill me. I have a family. Please, I beg of you, Man, that was fucked up. All the Sin Eater models are female, even if it was a dude when it was human. Odd. But I guess he got what he wanted. Shit. Please. Please. Yeah, I know. You want me to put you out of your misery. If only we'd gotten here sooner. Oh, it was that guy making that noise. Alright. Come on. Rest in peace, friend. No one deserves to go out like that. Oh shit, it happened over here too, huh? Grandson, what the fuck happened? Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self... can see it in their eyes. I thought I was gonna say something else, like self-aware or something. So you can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self. You can see it in their eyes. Like when Daikaio seen... Don't tell me. You saw him? Yeah, he turned someone right in front of me. Wicked, what? And he took the choker too? Damn it. Damn it all. He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. It's just like right. I was too late to save him, just like what I was too late to save her. But not again. Never again. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world, Daikaio. Vengeance will be mine. Tell him. Go get him, man. I'm with you. Right. Yes. Neither the time nor the place. More eaters could be about. Yeah, I was like, I get it. You're past it, but we have to keep our heads, man. It's just... every time I cut one down, it reminds me of my first. Of her. Feels bad, man. Even the role quests are just as dark as the main story. It's just full of tragedy. That's what people meant by saying this expansion hits different compared to all the ones that came before. We may have failed to stop them this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. Maybe the scavenger didn't, and the wife doesn't yet know she's become a widow. Sod it. I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help me to find the right words. Not that there ever are any. Yeah, that's true. Afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you from your other affairs, Leon. We'll speak again soon. Moment of silence for the scavenger. The princess and her knight. Alright, twin, what's our next move? Hey there, sinner. What's up? I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she'd cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband had got it. Seems he and his mates took a trip to Ilmeg a year or so back, hoping to cart off all the Vobertite treasures they could carry from an untouched ruin they'd learned about. Of course, in their greed, they neglected to account for the Fey folk, who killed or drove mad most of them. Oh man, I bet some of the leaf men we saw were them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumbled upon a remarkable find. 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. They escaped with 2, the Fangs of Orthus being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to a Yulmoran. Either that merchant you met at the Beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which Dikaiosine attacks Right, presumably because he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Ward's suit keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orthus, locked away for safekeeping. And when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to the here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there's no denying that Dikaiosine's been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the third one, the Claws of Orthus, when I say we should get our hands on it first and then use it to lure him out of hiding. Oh, he said then. I say we should get our hands on it first and then use it to lure him out of hiding. Okay. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the Fairy Kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not like to be treated any better. Well, actually, I've traveled to Ilmeg before. I kind of befriended them, so I think we'll be good. Have you now? And the little devils let you go? I can only assume they've taken a liking to you. That settles it then. We'll head to Ilmeg and ask after this Vobertite ring. Oh. I don't even know why I turned that on just for a skirmish out here in the overworld. I haven't, I guess. Learn on your tank stance! What a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping at shadows, waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack. Well, that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're gonna have to deal with them eventually if we're gonna find this ring. After all, the Numo were part of Vobertite society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort you can guide us to? Well, there's Plaeni. Plaeni, eh? Very well. Lead on, Sitter. Hello. Something about your demeanor bespeaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? Yep. A ring that belonged to the royal family of Vobert, and it was called the Claws of Orthus. But Vobert is long gone, as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. Who can say where it might have got to? Where's the next person I got a question? Oh, I think I see them. Oh, hello there. You have questions for me? Yeah. The Claws of Orthus. It is a ring, you say? A name I have heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh! Solol served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they will have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Could have been Sol Owl, too. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ooh, had yourself a conversation with 3? Learn anything interesting? Well, sort of. So this Sol Owl is the one we ought to speak with, eh? A former servant of the royal family. Which would mean they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. I guess fucking everything around here lives longer than us. We found our Numo. Of late, you've proven yourself to be a skilled conversationalist, so why don't you explain the situation? That's been the majority of this role quest, honestly. That's how all of them are, though, really. Cutscenes for days, just like MSQ. With a little bit of fighting here and there, but... Excuse me. I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. Face. Oh shit. The fifth was discovered yesterday. A young girl not yet of age, transformed into a misshapen beast like the others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you at least learned something from this one. I've studied her remains myself. 'Twas plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. A culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs, without hesitation. But these are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Obert, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us, was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into this castle. Death is already here. Surely you must see that. What's this? I will not let it be whispered that Princess Saldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Vobertite's soul, mine most of all. And that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So I am to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high? She's kind of cute. Anyway. Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? A rather promising one from what the captain has told me. You will attend me personally. Whoa, my lady? You heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand. Well, you said it. Lady Saldia, I understand. Forgive me my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right. There's no telling when our culprit will strike again, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Now? Lady Saldia! Lady Saldia! There he goes. Ever the stubborn child. I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it, and more. Hey! Hey! Are you alright? Yeah, more or less. The way you were holding your head, as if racked by a terrible pain. What happened to you just now? I just saw your past. Lady Saldia? You saw her with your mind's eye? Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean he's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? Ignoring his question for now. I see. And for this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the Claws of Orcus. I'm afraid this is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the Eater you seek. Of course. There is a spot in the river not far from here in which I used to bathe until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. Alright, I'll pass it with flying colors then. As for you, I have questions. I want you to answer them immediately. Who is your daddy, and what does she do? Well, that's all we got to hear. You will have no difficulty finding my favorite bathing spot. Why, once you lay eyes upon it, I should be surprised if you too were not tempted to take a dip. See to the beast, Leon. Solol and I have a few things to discuss. Alright. Oh, wait. Take a little shortcut. Oh, there it is. Stand watch for wild beasts. What an amazing view. All spoiled by you fuckers. Dark mutant. Alright, so summoning his team was a little pointless now, but oh well. Those demonic eyes. Oh, he's still here! He stays active through a teleport, that's funny. The beasts are no more then? Yep, got him. Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood. Victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters? Like how sin eaters can spawn more of their own kind? I will speak no more of this or other matters until after you have completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable, grandson. Leon accepted my terms, and so must you. So secretive. The both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? Your comrade refuses to acknowledge his situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many a stubborn child in my life. Oh my god! Oh, you've returned. They made me go and gather a bunch of strange mushrooms, so hopefully we can finally get some answers. Great, they made them do the same thing they made me do when I got here. The hardened heart. Exemplary timing, Leon. 'Twas not more than a moment ago that grandson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. Humble request, my ass. This one's no better than a Yulmoran aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Oh! Ere you continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding your hunt, perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine. Leon said he saw a vision of you and Brandon looking thick as thieves. You were friends, eh? Nobody's up to now? Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the Eater that took possession of his corpse. Daikaioshin, aye. But unlike most Eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason, he's been hunting down royal treasures of old Wobert. And he's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? What irony. Even in death, he remains a slave to duty. A knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. He ruined my life. Killed my beloved right before my very eyes. Every night I go to bed dreaming of the day I'll take my revenge. Oh, I see. Truly, you have suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, Daikaioshin is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims the ship, the disease that steals the child, the tremor that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets the destruction, driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses for him! You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword, and I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell us where the goddamn ring is and we'll be on our way. Excuse me. This is how it is to be, Do you have to be? Nay, I think not. You ask too much, demand far, far too much. And in exchange for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me? You little shite, tell me what I want to know or I'll beat it out of you. You need to calm down, alright? Back off, Leon. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer. Brandon was a dear friend. To know that an eater disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story, if you would be so kind as to join me in Liagia. This had better have a point. I was wondering if it was a two-seater or not, but no. Why are we here again? I don't know. So, it should go without saying, but I'll just say it anyway. To get through these role quests a little bit faster and get back to the MSQ, I'm just gonna do them all on very easy. Especially because, for this role quest, yeah, sure, I'm fine. I've been playing as a Dark Knight for a little bit now. I'm kinda used to it again. Kind of. But I have had no practice, and I'm extremely rusty as a black mage and a white mage. So, you bet your ass I'm gonna play on very easy, because otherwise I'm probably gonna die. Or just lose the quest battle in some way. Because, yeah, I don't really play those roles or job classes much, so... Just to get through it faster and to make sure, you know, I don't get killed too easily when playing classes I'm not familiar with, I'm gonna just do all the quest battles in the role quests on very easy. Now this is the point, maybe I'm speaking ahead of time. Yeah, I'll say it after. It is beautiful even now, a palace of forgotten dreams. But before it was Liagia, in the time of Obert, it was Grenis Lich. The memory of mine in which you walked was of a troubled time, when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Brandon, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Saldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. Yeah, I saw that. However, he was far too inexperienced and was unable to keep her safe. when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. Oh, damn. For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter, he quit Vilbert. I thought I would never see him again. She obviously didn't want him to leave, too. But then, one day, he returned. One of several wandering adventurers led by a man named Ardbert, who had accepted our invitation to look into the mysterious transformations, which had continued unabated in Brandon's absence. The whole posse. Lady Saldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. Wow. They picked up where they left off. That's cute. I can ship them together, if that's what they're implying. I like that. And then came the day when we learned the truth. What happened? When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the court mage Podrick. It's him, Brandon. I'm sorry. So am I. Come, let's have done with it. Whoa! Traitorous bastard!
You bastard!
It was you, Todrick! Do not deny it! Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what? Brandon. And after I took such pains to be rid of you. You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Saldia till my dying breath. As you like. Once I have killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Of course. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice, for in noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory. Lord Todrick, it hurts. Betrayal. Soon you shall know no more pain. I was gonna make it quick, for old time's sake. But now I think I'll have to take my time. Oh shit! Here we go, the good shit finally. This is what I was gonna say earlier outside. Now is the time when they start teaching you how to play your role properly in these quests. Relive Brandon and Ardbert's something. Battle against Todrick. So yeah, this is where they teach you how to play your role. So pay attention. Basically when you do this. Alright, let's just go after him then. Fuck you! Come, my children, render up your lives for your master. Okay, Arbert's got those ones, so I'll take these ones then. For all your crimes and more, you will pay. He doesn't take any damage. The direct approach isn't working. Your feeble tricks are no match for my magics. He's drawing upon the ether of his thralls. Kill them! Kill the ass, always. Poor bastards. That's what you get for trusting a court mage. Random! Bring them all in close. Like this. Such an incredible display of strength. The stuff of legends. Now it's just you, asshole. There's no escape, Todrick. Surrender. While I still have so many lives at my disposal, I think not. That wasn't the deal. Not like this. Literally not like this. Come, children. In death shall your meaningless lives gain glorious purpose. I'll defend Lamet. Brandon, go to Nilebert. Now, burn bright for me and die, die, die! How many more must die for your vanity? Love all the trash talks, I like it. Brandon, don't let him cast that spell. Do whatever it takes. Interject. See, they teach you the basics of tanking here. A little late in the game, I know, but you're most tenacious, but everyone has their limits. That attack's too much for any one person to take. You have to stand together. Understood? Understood. Jesus. Your end is nigh. Now we get spread out. Time to heal. No sacrifice is too great to claim what is by rights mine. Rise, my children. Rise and defend me. That was a loud scream. I can't imitate that. Not without making myself hoarse and scaring the shit out of my neighbors, I think. Surely no one can harness such a massive torrent of Beatus. Such obedient children to offer up their lives in sacrifice. Unrepentant to the last. This madness dies with you. Seriously, he doesn't give a fuck. What is life but a medium for my magic? Trap them too. How much longer can you hold the line on? Bastards keen to drag this out. Can't keep this up forever. No, we can't. Everyone, now's our chance to turn the tide. I've still got a few arrows in my quiver. Hope you made plenty. Oh, hell yeah. Brandon, bring them all into the center like before. 2 limit breaks at once, holy shit. Go for it. Ah, fall! See that, Todrick? You're next. Hey, piece of shit. Time to thin the herd. Starting with that dwarf, perhaps? Oh, he's going after Lamet. Don't you touch her, you bastard! Lord Todrick, have mercy! Fuck. Brandon, we have to defend Lamet at all costs. Yeah, this. I think I failed this mechanic my first time through. Thought you might try that. Whew! Thank you both! Of course he would go after the healer. I'm tired of these theatrics. Let us end this farce here and now. So much going on, man. It's so chaotic. This castle will be your tomb! He's channeling a vast quantity of ether. Whatever he's preparing, we cannot let him finish. You heard, Lamet. We have to stop him. Don't ask for mercy, Todrick. You won't get it. Still can't hit him. We gotta kill this one. Sanctified Quake 3. I'm not floating, but when I'm about to kill someone. Take that, you piece of shit! Dude, it's so chaotic. There's just so much going on. It's crazy. Again, as a newer player, I found that pretty rough the first time through because of that. Meddlesome wretch! This kingdom is by rights mine! Brandon? What is the meaning of this? Todrick, you. But why, after serving us faithfully for so many years? I am no servant. No servant! Not of your mother or father, or you! My lady! Gods damn you! My timing was accidentally really good with Artbert there. Thanks for the cheer, Aiden. I appreciate the support. Not as in like bits cheer or whatever, but I just mean the rave emote. I like that. It's cute. Lady Saldia, speak to me. You're not very easy. That quest battle drags on because it's so scripted, you know? Brandon. My dear brave Brandon. Am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even now? Now and ever after, my lady. My sword is yours to command. Oh man, she came in at the wrong time. This is tragic. That as well. Would that I had the strength to wield it myself. Feel your heart, brave Brandon, and for the good of Obert and her people. No. No, no. I cannot. I will not. Honor your vows. To your kingdom. To your princess. God damn, his hands are huge compared to hers. That kind of shocked me a little. I was like, well. To your friend, who never doubted you, who knew that you would return and see justice. No, it should be me. Brandon, my sword, now and ever after. We rounded up the rest of Project's co-conspirators and tossed them into jail. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magic, that is. Still fun. What's with that look on her face? I'll not hesitate again. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. It's hard not to get all choked up when you see these things. Shit. Well, you saw what happened? Yeah. Wicked White. She begged him to do it. Like Melinda. Exactly the same situation. Come, let us quit this place and return to Pliny. How much happened there before? I'd forgotten how that ended too. I forgot that she didn't make it in the end, you know? Well, now he knows he has a lot in common with Brandon, right? Do you know why I entered into the royal family service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by a wild beast which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Saldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt that can never be repaid, for there is naught in this world which holds greater value than life itself. Not even her death absolved me of it, and so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, what she would want for me and her kingdom. For Brandon, and yes, even for you, Granson. For me? To define oneself in opposition to the other, an other bereft of complexity of nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities. A villain. Indeed, there is comfort in certainty and hatred. Basically, a roundabout way of saying, again, something I've said many times before. The world isn't black and white, shades of gray. There are no absolutes. It's easier for us to think that way, though, as much as that isn't the whole truth of it. We try to do that, right? Villainizing someone or something we hate just to make it easier to exact revenge or whatever other personal vendetta we may sometimes get. But it's never that simple. Life is rarely ever that simple. Like you said, but it is a false and fleeting comfort. Bought with lies we tell ourselves about who we are, what we must be, what we must do. And never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up in sacrifice, the better. A faulty mentality, yeah. Do you not see? Brandon was right to hesitate, to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves, nor who it cuts. It's okay to be human, basically, and doubt yourself sometimes. You don't have to try to be some stone-cold hard-ass like they would try to brainwash you to be in any kind of military. I think I need a moment. It's literally dehumanizing when you think about it. But that's the point. They don't want humans in the military, they want killing machines. Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now, Leon. Right. To have loved and lost. Grandson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads all who walk it. I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda, how to mourn her or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on dikaiosine, put my everything into the hunt, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. Excuse me. I wanted to hollow myself out, and fill up that hole with hate. Forget who I was. An irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago too, isn't it? Yeah, he did. Hard men making hard choices. What rot. Get it now. Hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared. Let that love guide you. You're right. I don't need the hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda. And for Brandon. And then, I'll move on. Move on, you say? I can't live off hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow? Pity? Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they live. Aye, something like that. Reckon Leon would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. That's probably true, yeah. Or maybe you've been thinking about doing that in her stead, eh? More or less, sometimes. Apologize for treating you with such disrespect before, Solo. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the cause of Urthus. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Saldia was the last of her line, and after her death, they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence. The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Urthus? Yes. The relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, dikaiosine was then able to sense their presence. Even in death, a slave to duty, you said? You think he pursued the thieves out of an instinctive loyalty to his princess? That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. Only 2 of the 3 were taken, and the 3rd is still... Claim the cause of Urthus, and he will surely come for you, yes. Himegius is where you must go. Once you arrive at the place I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade, and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Solo. I promise we will bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. Right behind you, grandson. Twin. It's so funny, we look so similar. And may you find peace as well, child. Go to the place I marked on your map, and there use the powder in the satchel to dispel the glamour concealing the coffer. You'll find the ring within. Alright, thanks, buddy. What the hell is this? Oof. Slightly closer. Not by a lot, but slightly. Oh! Man, what a day. Well, at least we're about to get the first role quest done. I'll definitely have time to get another one out of the way after this, too. Not like right now, I mean, after I come back to stream some more in a bit later, but... The nighttime music here. It's so gentle and peaceful. This should be the place. You've got the powder on you, right? Yeah, I got it. Mushroom powder. Small satchel containing a fine powder comprised mainly of ground mushroom and enchanted with pneumo magics. Useful for dispelling all manner of illusions, save the ones under which we choose to labor. I like that. That last little sentence ties into everything that just happened. Good. So this quest battle is, it's actually, they're all actually pretty difficult, but this one I found to be the most difficult, but it was also my first one. When you're forced to do it on normal on your first try. I don't think, I didn't die, Granson did. I had no way of healing him, I'm a tank. And Dark Knight doesn't actually have anything to heal allies, unlike Gunbreaker. And yeah, he ended up dying before I could DPS the boss down fast enough. I think that's how I lost the first time. I'll have to go back to look at the video, but I'm pretty sure that's how I lost. You toss the powder into the air, and as it slowly settles to the earth as twinkling motes of light, a coffer begins to take shape. This must be the claws of Orthus. I guess I should enunciate the O more, right? Orthus? All that's left is to decide when and where we want to confront the Eater. Right. And there he is. He found us. Or we could deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Yeah. Hey there, old man. I don't know you and you don't know me. But I know your story. I know this isn't you. And I know that if Lady Salvia was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll all be over soon. I promise you. Oh, shit! The twin Dark Knights against Dichiosine. Let's fucking go! Shit is epic. And this boss music, of course, is spot on. Come, let's put the poor bastard out of his misery. After you, my friend. Oops, I could have summoned his theme. Shit. Next time. Brand of Sin. What the? Did he do that? Did he do that? It's like... I think he did. What the hell is this? Well, that's hardly fair. Hold on, Sinner. Can't move. This is surprisingly complicated. Still with me? I'm with you. Get him, Esteem. Fuck him up. There, please. Something doesn't smell right. Stand back! That might have also been what got Cranston killed, because I didn't do that correctly. See? This is difficult. Like, if it's your first time, you might get thrown off by all that and get killed right there. Or get Cranston killed. Tough old bastard, isn't he? But I'm no slouch myself. Tell him, Cranston. That's not gonna work. I don't know why I pressed that button. That was probably a little too far, but whatever. I'm gonna risk it. Nope. I'll wait. Oh, come on, not again! Finish him off, it seems. Looks like it's my turn. I'm counting on you, Sinner. I got you. Jesus Christ. Wicked White, I felt that one. Thanks. No problem, buddy. It's a fucking epic ass battle, though, I gotta say. I love all the challenging mechanics, but you can see they're challenging enough that you're very likely not gonna win the first time unless you have very fast reflexes and can, you know, you don't panic under pressure. Because of the way they stacked a lot of things in the middle there. Damn, Eater. Let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. For a split second, I couldn't tell if it zoomed in on me or him. Finally. You watching, Melinda? Now, and ever after, my Lady Saldia, my sword is yours, to command. Brandon? He's still in there? I'll not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait. Is he trapped in the memory still? You're wrong, Brandon. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But that would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No, I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonor your memory. Oh, my Lady Saldia. He's gone. With that, the three treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we've just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbled upon them again. Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? Of course. Maybe Sulol will have some ideas. Let's head back to Pliny. Look at the two Giga Chads marching off there. The twin Giga Chads. Twin Giga Chad Dark Knights. That reminds me, I still have to activate that fucking emote on my channel. I've been so busy streaming, I haven't even done, like, off-stream background work for it. I still can't have more than 15, Better Twitch TV emotes, because, you know, I'm not paying for the monthly subscription to have more than that, but not yet anyway. But, I think I definitely want to add that one, for sure. After you, Leon. It is done? Brandon has been laid to rest? You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend. I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last? Aye, I suppose so. Though to be honest, it felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. True. Because you finally saw him for what he was and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought. Ha! Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, I brought you some gifts. The 3 royal relics of Bulbert. Then Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Saldi and her knight would have wanted, I reckon. Yes, of course. That their souls may sleep soundly forevermore, we shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Okay, sure. Be well, Solol. There he goes. I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. Few can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you on a few occasions, I am sure. Yeah, you could say that. It has been a pleasure, Leon. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on. Okay. Will do, buddy. Will do. Oh? You wish to listen to my ramblings now? Nay, I think not. Another time, Leon. Another time. I mean, it's usually me the one who's rambling his ass off, so would have been refreshing, but... Yeah, you're right. We gotta get going. Oh, not him. Pendants is a little closer. Excuse me. Well met, sinner. Glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Likewise. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only of Daikaiosine and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs that I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Blaynard was the only one who saw through the facade. He's a perceptive one eye. Took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. As he saw that you changed, for the better. He saw that you grew. But enough about him. I've yet to thank you properly, Leon. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Sinner? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here or in Wright or anywhere else, so I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most, and there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? That they did, yeah. So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say, until the next hunt. Until the next hunt then, my friend. Take it easy out there. Wheresoever you go, may you find shade, sinner. Likewise, old friend. Well, new friend, actually. And there he goes, like a total Giga Chad, walking off into the sunset. I know it's not sunset, but it felt right to say it that way. Take it easy, Granson. See you soon, I hope. This stupid glitch again. Great. Good thing there's no post-game quest. Ugh. Well, we saw this happen before. I guess they didn't really fix it everywhere. That's gonna be a problem if we run into it again everywhere else, but... like I said, luckily there's no extra scene afterwards. Thank God. You just turn it in and it says quest complete, yada yada, and you're done. But yeah, this happened to us before at the Rising Stones. What was it? At the end of part 4 of Realm Reborn. Right? Let me see. I think it was part 4, right? No, part 5, I think. Let me suspend it. If I can check. Yeah, it was this one. At the end of part 5, we ran into this exact glitch. It said, unable to complete New Game Plus mode from your current location. Which there is absolutely nothing you can do about that because you have to turn in the quest here, with him. So you're fucked. You just can't complete it. There's no rewards in New Game Plus mode anyway, so you're not missing out on anything from doing it again anyway. But it does mean, you know, it is a little immersion breaking, because instead of getting the usual quest complete victory sound and everything, the bells and whistles, you end up having to suspend like I did, and then do this. And there you go. But yeah, so we're done. That was the tank roll quest. I hope that doesn't happen with the other 3, but it might. Unfortunately. Like I said, thank goodness there's no post-game scene or anything after you finish. But yeah. It is what it is. Alright, well, that's it for this stream. I gotta get going. I actually went an hour over because I just wanted to finish the whole thing in one sitting. I want to try to make these just like last time, you know? Make the videos be clear-cut. Like, one video per role quest, basically. Since they're roughly about 2 hours, or an hour and a half, is more like what we average right now. I think it's perfect to make each part its own role quest. So I'm gonna try to do that. But I'm gonna try not to be too compulsive either. So we'll see how it goes. Excuse me, but if it goes well, then that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be one video per role quest, just like last time. Phew! Except last time I was having to level up off-screen every job class to do all the role quests. That was probably the longest part. I had to take like days without streaming just to level up a new job class to get, you know, to all the way to 80 and then be able to do the role quest in one go. But yeah, so that's that. That was the tank role quest. Our next role quest will be the healer one. That one, well, why go into it now? I was gonna say some differences in like battle mechanics and stuff, which should be obvious. You're playing a different role. It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to feel different. But I'll get to that when we get there, so... And yeah, like I said, I'm not taking a break. I'm actually... Well, I am, but I'm turning off the stream because it's a long break. I gotta go do some stuff, run some errands, and all that stuff. So with that, I bid you all farewell for now. And as always, thank you all very much. Thank you, especially Aiden Lorcan, for coming by to keep me company. I appreciate it as I record this video. And thank you all very much who are watching this in the future for all of the support on YouTube and Twitch, as always. And as always, please take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe out there, cherish your loved ones. I'm adding one. I won't always say it, I don't think, because it's new, but cherish your loved ones, as you can see here. Can't take them for granted. And until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And yeah, see you all next time. Peace.